As we get this tweet, I'm sorry, but it must be discussed publicly, from a member of our media. Lawrence O'Donnell, over there at MSNBC, tweets out this picture of the Capitol. And for our listening audience, it's just a picture of the Capitol from inside the Capitol from the look of it. And he writes, today is my first time inside the Capitol since Jan 6. Everything looks the same, but it doesn't feel the same. Maybe I'll get used to it again. But now, it feels like a visit to an historic battlefield. Out of every window, you see the paths of the attackers. He's just like you. He's basically like, you shot bin Laden. He went to January 6th long after. He went to the Capitol long after January 6th and took this picture, Rob. So you guys are the same. Just like being on a historic battlefield together.
Hallowed ground. Yeah. I actually, I retweeted that with, I said, so there I was, no shit. Because that's how we always start a story when you're kind of just telling a lie. There I was, knee deep in brass and hand grenade bins. It was crazy. The Vietcong all around me. It's like, come on, dude. Like they just love January 6th so bad. They want, they say it's the greatest threat to democracy, the greatest attack on democracy since the Civil War, which to me I would think is an insult to the people who died in the towers, Pentagon, Flight 93, who died at Pearl Harbor. For the, they love it. They can't get away from it. And Donald Trump fills so much space in these people's heads that if they had anything on him, he would be in prison now. They would have it. We got Adam Schiff saying, we have it. It's going to be groundbreaking. And when we release it, you don't have anything. If you did, you would, everyone's trying to indict him and they just seem like they have nothing. And January 6th, they're blowing it way out of proportion. Yes, they can see the lines of the attackers because that's where the red velvet ropes are. They stayed in the ropes and they went into the speak. I mean,
yes, that's what somebody. Billboard Chris tweeted out. Never forget how they almost breached the velvet ropes. You just stop. So first of all, even if you were there, this is not an appropriate way to talk about what happened on January 6th. But especially Lawrence O'Donnell was nowhere near Capitol. He was not there. So for him to talk about like the trauma, like going back there, the battlefield. Oh, could you stop? You weren't there. No. This wasn't Abad. Like have some perspective.
It was worse in Minneapolis in 2020 when they were actually burning the city down in mostly peaceful protests. I mean, should they have gone to the Capitol like that? Absolutely not. But it was more of a herd mentality of, look what we're doing. I mean, yeah, they broke a few gates and stuff. And then, one person was murdered that was an attacker by a cop with a negligent discharge that he should never done anyway. But then they tried to make more deaths than there was. Like someone accidentally hit themselves with a taser and had a heart attack, which I shouldn't be laughing about, but it wasn't but they continued. Mayhem. They didn't burn the Capitol down. It wasn't like Paul Revere was riding around saying the British are coming. It was a bunch of people that were cold.
The battlefield, like a historic battlefield. Out of every window,
he's a real hero.
Paths of the attackers. Okay, so he's got a flair for the dramatic, this one. I have never been able to compost before. Always seemed too complicated, like too much work. Too weird. Not anymore. Thanks to Lomi. Lomi is allowing me to turn my food scraps into dirt with the push of a button, and it's fun for the whole family. Lomi is a countertop electric composter that turns scraps to dirt in under 4 hours. There's no smell when it runs, and it's super quiet. You don't even know it's there. Thanks to Lomi, I have way less garbage each week, and instead, I am turning our family's food waste into nutrient-rich dirt that I can feed to my plants. Now I am composting and creating soil instead of waste. I have a basically limitless supply of dirt from my garden, and you can have all of this too. If you would like to start making a positive environmental impact or just make cleanup after dinner that much easier and fun for the whole family, Lomi is perfect for you. Go to lomi.com/MK and use the promo code MK to get $50 off your Lomi. $50 off when you head to lomi.com/MK and use that promo code MK at checkout. Food waste is gross. Lomi is your solution. Lomi.com/MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.